Everyday superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between. All right, got a good one for you today. One on body language. Let me make myself smaller, and let me just preemptively say this. Don't you go being cheeky. All right, for what you're about to. Don't get too excited. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't you go getting too excited, people. We're gonna talk about the feet today. All right. Surprisingly hard to find any images whatsoever in regards to this behavior, to the point where it still doesn't necessarily emphasize it to the degree I want it to. But hey, came across some other photos in the process of women wearing high heels, and it seems as if the high heels will actually, some of them, some of the way they're designed, serve as a purpose to emphasize and produce this non-verbal cue. So this will be fascinating to talk about. All right. We're talking about the feet in particular. We're talking about the toes and the direction as to which they're pointing. Men, if you want to know if she has heard some good news, if you want to know if what you've said has triggered a spark of joy and happiness or understanding or vulnerability or some form of positive connection to her, this is something you need to understand and pay attention to. Generally, I'm quite observant of the feet because I know they're incredibly truthful. So I have observed this behavior, you know, on so many times. So many times. I don't think this behavior manifests in everyone. I think it's a cue that happens with particular people, but when you see somebody do it, you probably will see them do it again and again and again over time as you continue to know that person. So let's talk about it, right? What we've got before us is the toes pointing to the sky. Now, it might not come purely through the toes. Maybe they lean back on their foot, on the heel of their foot, and the entire foot points upwards. And this is just momentary, right? This is in response to you saying, you know what? And I'll tell you my own personal experience. I said to somebody who's a Muslim, so they don't drink, right? I said, I don't feel like going out, blah, 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 blah. You know, I just feel pressured to drink, and I don't really want to do so. It just feels a bit, unnecessary for me at this moment in my life. And blah blah blah. Continued on, and I said, "Isn't it funny how when you don't participate in self-destructive behaviors, the world sort of deems you as lesser from a societal standpoint?" And as I was expressing myself in this realm, I saw this behavior manifest, okay? Because she was in complete agreement and in understanding that there is a outcasting of people when they don't abide to the societal norm, right? I saw this happen, and then later on in our communications, a couple of weeks on, it re-clarified and re-emphasized how her body reacts to what she agrees with and what she finds positive through this behavior. I saw it happen again. I asked a girl a long while back, do you want to get some food? Oh, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Her toe pointed to the skies. I said that happens in real time. Like I said, it's momentary. And I said, that really excited you. That made you happy. Yeah, we're going to go do it. And she asked, how did you know that? Because the feet are so distant from the brain, non-verbally speaking, it's the hardest for us to keep an eye on, to manipulate their actions and what they're doing in real time. We can't do that. We can't do that. The moment we think about something else, we have no conscious awareness of what our feet are doing whatsoever, out of sight, out of mind. So they behave in a very truthful manner, and you have to pay attention to them. When someone's in a joyful state, you'll see them rocking back and forth, right? In rhythm, just getting a combo bonus on the utilization of that non-verbal behavior. Who's he called? Joe Navarro, the body language expert, who's put together some very good writing. He teaches us about anti-gravitational body language behaviors. That which reaches up to the air, expressive, attention grabbing upwards behaviors tend to be positive, happy feelings, whereas that which are, you know, under the pressure of gravity, pulls you down, holds you down, they tend to be more negative or just neutral. So it's a positive behavior. The toes coming upwards and expanding and expressing is the contrary to the toes curling. Do you know when somebody says, oh, he made my toes curl? It's as if to say ick. It's as if to say I was repulsed. It's as if to say I pulled my body inwards. If that behavior was to be in the macro, the legs would come inwards underneath the chair, hide away. The feet would hide away under the chair alongside, right? All that happens and the toes curl at the same time. The entire body represses itself, hides away in plain sight. That is a freeze response potentially, or a flight response potentially, in the face of what they deem threatening, which could be a bad idea, could be a creepy person, could be anything along the lines of that. Pay attention. That's a brief one. And on that note, I'm going to sign out, people. Just to make a statement here, they don't have to have their shoes off, right? You'll see this behavior whilst they're wearing shoes. When I seen it manifest with that Muslim girl, she had shoes on, right? Not high heels, not see-through shoes. She had trainers on or some shoes in relation to that. You can still see clearly the foot come up. And it'll be one foot, not both. Both can come up, but generally speaking, from my experience, it tends to be the one, right? Whereas the other one holds flat on the surface and shows, you know, that she can actually stand, and the other comes up on the ball of the foot, or the heel of the foot, should I say. I'm signing out. Click like and subscribe as always. Peace.